Welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady and principal owner of Everett Tax Solutions. And this is where we help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to the home business community. But today we got the tea, okay? So last night, this hit the news waves and I almost fell out my chair. So John McAfee has been indicted for tax evasion. If you use McAfee Antivirus, yes, this is the founder of that company. Now, he is no longer affiliated with that company. As a matter of fact, I don't think he's been affiliated with them since like 2012 or something. 2011, okay, even before that. So I want to share this. I want to share this story, share with you some lessons learned here, okay, because I like to share the lessons with you before you become the lesson, right? But I'm gonna tell you, this is a trip. I believe this is gonna be an American Greed episode. So get your popcorn ready. This man is just bananas. Okay. So he is being officially charged with tax evasion and willful failure to file tax returns. Now, as cases go, this is not the same as Donald Trump, but similar to Wesley Snipes, okay? The reason is Donald Trump filed his taxes. He just didn't owe a lot of money. People are upset about that, but he filed his taxes. That's just what he owed. Now, Wesley Snipes went to jail for failure to file his taxes. Okay, it wasn't for not paying his taxes. It was for not filing. His Wesley Snipes's CPAs and whatnot, they went to jail for longer than him because they were all in this. Okay, so let's talk about what John McAfee is charged with first, and then get down to the extra stuff because obviously this man was just off the heezy. Okay. So for the indictment, it says that he was earning millions from an income from promoting various cryptocurrencies, consulting work and speaking engagements, and selling the rights to his life story for a documentary. Y'all, if they want to call American Greed a documentary, okay, but let me tell you, this is going to be a good story. So despite all of that, he did not file tax returns from 2014 to 2018. First lesson, there is no statute of limitations on not filing. Okay, like you hear people talking about, oh, well, the IRS only has so many years to audit. If you did not file the returns, there's no statute of limitations there. Okay, so he did not do that. And then he attempted to evade the IRS by concealing assets to include real property, a vehicle, a yacht, and he put this stuff in other people's names. Lesson. You can't put everything in your mama name and your cousin them name and your baby mama name and think that the IRS is not going to find you, okay, or find your stuff. Because when they're investigating you, they're not only investigating you, they're looking at people connected to you as well. Okay, so if somebody who's living on Social Security has got this 5,000 square foot house and Social Security is their only source of income, that might say that there's something that's not right here. So and people do this on a regular basis, not really thinking anything of it. Oh, well, I'll just put this in so-and-so's name to avoid whatever, whether it's, poor credit or whatever. I'll just put this in someone else's name. That's actually illegal. Okay. It just is. Okay. So that's the indictment from the tax evasion stuff. But now where it really gets interesting is what he's been doing since he left McAfee. So it says in 2012, he was on the run in Belize and wanted by police and to find out his part in the investigation of the murder of his neighbor. And he fled Belize and they found him in Guatemala. But he was sent back to the United States, but he denied that he was involved in the murder. But he also said that he faked a series of heart attacks in Guatemala to keep from being deported back to Belize. Crazy. But he also, was teetering around with running for president. Now, I didn't see that part. I don't recall seeing that, but that's just bananas. But here's the thing. He was on Twitter talking about he had not filed his taxes. And it says from his Twitter post, I have not paid taxes for 8 years. I have not filed returns. Every year I tell the IRS I am not filing a return. I have no intention of doing so. Come and find me. Well, the IRS said, hold my beer. And they found him in Spain and they arrested his behind. Okay. Listen, the IRS is slow. They ain't dumb. Okay. The other thing I will tell you is that on this world stage, when you might have all of these countries that are fighting with each other on the stage, on the back end, when it comes down to this money, oh, they are besties. Okay. These countries are besties when it's talking about getting this money. Now, the lesson here also is that the IRS uses social media. So if you are dealing with the IRS, if you're dealing with a tax problem in the IRS, and you're talking about like trying to get an offer in compromise and all these things, the IRS uses social media. They go and check your Twitter, they check your Facebook, they check your Instagram. And if you're out here living this life all over social media because you out there putting your lifestyle in the streets, the IRS is using that to build a case against you. Now, John McAfee, he faces a sentence of up to 5 years in prison for each count of tax evasion and 1 year in prison on each count of willful failure to file a tax return. Now, Wesley Snipes went to jail for 3 years, one for each year he did not file. So he can get the same thing, okay? But now, once he gets out, he'll have a period of supervised release, restitution, and monetary penalties. When you go to jail for not paying your taxes or not filing your taxes, is really more what it's like. He'll be going to jail probably for not filing, right? When you do that, the tax bill is waiting for you when you get out, okay? Penalties and interest are accruing while you're sitting in jail, okay? So you have to understand that, if you think if something happens, oh, I'll just go to jail and this will solve the problem, that's not the case at all. Okay. And this is where you start dealing with people like me who deal in tax resolution and helping you deal with IRS problems simply because, it's that money's going to be waiting. They're going to want their money. And the problem that he's going to have is, it basically, if he fights it, is to prove that he doesn't have the money. Well, if they've already found these other assets that he's had hidden in other people's names, cryptocurrencies and all of that, guess what? They're going to want their money. Okay? That's what it is. They're going to want their money. So, this is going to be very interesting to watch how this unfolds. Because usually, and I tell you with tax returns, it's one of those things you either filed or you didn't. You either claimed the income or you didn't. And that part makes it it's very simple, very black and white. So since he already, said on Twitter, hey, I didn't file, I got no intention of filing, and there you go, do what you do. Okay, the IRS said, cool, we did what we did. You're arrested now. Good luck with that. So when you are, dealing with tax problems, okay, because this is not only going to be a criminal problem, this is going to be a tax problem when he gets out. The worst thing that you can do is lie to the IRS about the money that you have, saying that you don't have money when you do, trying to deal in cash to avoid your income hitting the banking system, right? Like trying to use cryptocurrency to hide your money from the watchful eye of the government, right? So, and we talked about this way back in 2017 when the IRS got access to Coinbase's customer list. It wasn't about the little people, right? It was about criminal activity going on in the cryptocurrency world that they were trying to get a hold to. But that's where they start. It's not where they stay, right? So yeah, this one is going to be really, really interesting. That's why I said grab your popcorn. I expect to see this on American Greed. And but yeah, when you're dealing with tax problems, though, back to what I was saying, when you're dealing with tax problems, it's important that you are truthful about your finances. Okay, so whether you want to pay the tax bill or whatever, trying to conceal assets, trying to hide money, trying to buy stuff and put it in other people's names so that you think okay, the IRS won't find this or the government won't find it. That just delays the inevitable, because at some point they're going to put this case together, and when the government puts a case together for the IRS, listen, they got like a 92% win rate when it comes down to their cases. So very few people actually win. This one right here, I don't see that happening. Okay. So yeah, that is today's episode of Home Biz Tax Talk. Again, we air Monday through Friday, and you can come right here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. All right. Have a great day, and I will see you all next time. Bye.